Welcome back to the Fragrance Fraternity, everybody. Thanks for being here. Today we are talking about fragrances with a bit of elegance, a bit of refinement, a bit of a je ne sais quoi, a bit of I don't know what. Your friend just called you. He needs you to get to the Virgin Islands immediately for a round of polo. You need something with class, with maturity, with refinement. Now, although you and I may not have any of those traits, we can at least smell like we do. So hold your horses, 007, because we have 10 fragrances today that are going to get the job done and have you smelling great. Let's start with number 10 from Lattafa Asad. So this is a similar fragrance to Dior Sauvage Elixir. I would say this is more of an inspired by fragrance than a direct clone. However, you're going to get this for about a tenth of the price. So great price for what you're spending here. Going to get a really strong performer too. Great performance and projection here. Nice vanilla, nice twist on this Sauvage DNA with some incense. Nice mature profile. It's going to work really well in the cold. I would stay away from this one in the heat because it is going to be a little bit cloying with how powerful it is. So just be aware of that. But bang for your buck is excellent here with Lattafa Asad, a twist on Dior Sauvage Elixir. Let's keep it going now with Hermes. This is from the Terre de Hermes line. This is Eau Intense Vetiver, my personal favorite. Now I know that's going to be blasphemy to some people because a lot of people prefer the original Terre de Hermes, and I can't fault you with that because that is a legendary staple of a fragrance and a beautiful one at that. However, for my personal taste, I enjoy the citrus used in here more so than the bitter orange of the original Terre de Hermes. Vetiver is still really prominent here, as the name would suggest, and not everybody's going to love Vetiver, but it's more of a love it or hate it thing. It does smell classy and sophisticated though, so really fits well into this video. If you have the opportunity, I'd say try them all out. Try all the different ones out in the line. Get your nose on them. They usually have them readily available to sample, and sample before you try it, but you're going to get a high quality product here with Terre de Hermes, a more citrus take on that Vetiver pronounced Terre de Hermes fragrance that we all know and love and just think really a classy fragrance for men. Terre de Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver. Next one up is going to be more synthetic and more affordable. This is Montblanc Individuel. Individuel has a nice fabric freshener type of DNA smell profile to it. It also has a nice raspberry note in there. It does have some similarities to Yop Homme and Original Santal by Creed. So if you're familiar with either of those, this is going to remind you of that. My favorite though of the three, especially when you consider in the price of the Creed compared to this Mont Blanc, it's one that I've been wearing for a long time, ever since I was a kid. It's one of my staples, one that I really like to wear in a formal occasion, and definitely does not smell like everybody else with good performance here. Check out Montblanc Individuel. It is pretty strong and it's pretty in your face, it's pretty aggressive, so probably don't want to wear that one in really hot summer days or something like that where it's going to be a little bit cloying. Next one we have is Versace The Dreamer. The freaking Dreamer, guys. Now, this is not going to be something that the kids at school are wearing these days, or maybe they are. I was probably a little bit different for doing so, but there's a carnation note in here which kind of makes it smell a little bit more like 90s style fragrances, so it may smell a little bit outdated to you. And if you haven't smelled this one yet and you're not a big fan of 90s inspired fragrances from that era, this might be a pass for you, but I would recommend that you just give it a couple wearings before you make your final decision, because it may shock you at first because it is a little bit different than what's out there right now, but you may find that you really enjoy and really love it like I do. And it's a great fragrance. It's a really masculine, beautiful fragrance. A lot of notes, like they used to include so many more notes than they do these days, but very nice tobacco carnation fragrance from Versace. All right, next one we have is Calvin Klein Defy. This is Eau de Parfum. So if you're looking for something very leather forward, but still mass appealing and easy to pull off, if you're looking to dive into a leather profile scent, this is a great one to go with. This is a newer release. This came out in 2022. Very, very prominent leather note, and it's pretty affordable for how new a fragrance it is. This is a beast for me. I get great performance and projection out of this. I would caution and say wear this with a leather jacket unless you're already used to wearing leather scents, because It may confuse your brain as to why you're smelling leather, but you're not wearing leather. For me personally, when I was wearing this, my brain got a little bit confused as to why I was smelling leather and not wearing any. So wear this one out with your leather jacket. It's gonna be great. It's gonna have you smelling mature, very manly. It's a great leather fragrance to get started on. Next one is going to be from Parfums de Mer. This is Percival. So nice lavender, oak moss, aromatic freshness here. Good staying power too. Very different than Settily, very different than a typical citrus freshie. It's got some power to it. It's got slight similarities to Fierce, but I would say it's more similar to Montblanc Legend Eau de Parfum, if you're familiar with that one. Just a really great fragrance overall, really versatile, great in any situation, good performance, and really high quality with Parfums de Mer. Definitely more of a mass appealing type of a blue, and not a super unique, I guess, scent profile, especially when you compare it to something like Montblanc Legend Eau de Parfum, but I like what I like, and this is my favorite, Parfums de Mer Percival. Big compliment puller, big attention grabber. I get always somebody asking me what I'm wearing when I'm wearing this one because it's so powerful and appealing at the same time, so really love that one. Next one up is going to be Armani Code Parfum. So this takes that Armani Code DNA that you may be familiar with. Not exactly sure when they came out, maybe in the 90s, early 2000s, not sure. But this takes that profile and gives it a modern twist by adding iris. And if you like other iris fragrances like Prada L'Homme or Le Male Le Parfum, which is also in this video, spoiler alert, you're gonna like this one. And this has that tonka bean that the Armani Code line is known for. Freshens it up with the iris, modernizes it, but the ingredients and the quality here is unmatched. Really great quality, really upscale, really luxurious. I always feel really classy wearing Armani Code Parfum. So you may be as well. Get your nose on it, try it out. The next one up is going to be for after work, after the deals are done, the money's been collected. It's time to celebrate the win with 212 VIP Black. Now this is a clubbing fragrance that most people don't talk about or mention, or it's kind of been forgotten, not sure what the deal is, but dang, this is so good. This is so good. Vanilla, a little bit of absinthe, maybe like a little bit of black licorice in there as well, but not overly pronounced. Quite unique and quite well done. Really happy with this one. This has been one that I've been reaching for often when I'm going out in the colder evening time and I want something sweet and attention grabbing, but also not too immature, something with some refinement and quality. 212 VIP Black, I really like this one. Get a great magnetic cap, as with all the 212s. This one's gonna set you apart. Very unique scent profile, very sweet and appealing though. Doesn't smell too immature. Smells like upscale gentleman could pull this off, but you know, when it's party time, you need something sweeter. 212 VIP Black is gonna be the one that I tend to reach for the most. Next one up, we have a pink pepper fragrance, which is fairly uncommon to see pink pepper, but very appealing with Boss Selection. Man, that all the fingerprints just showed up right there. Boss Selection, good staying power for a freshie. Nice richness, nice depth, nice thickness to it. Lasts on my skin for hours and hours. Very good performance here and not super expensive. I think this 100 ml was $25. I can't remember exactly, but it does pop up at Ross a good amount. So if you don't have any pink pepper in your rotation, if you want to dive into the world of a pink pepper freshie with some good staying power and richness and depth, check out Boss Selection. I think you'll be happy with it. It's very versatile. You can wear it in the office, no problem. You could also wear it in the heat. Not a lot of situations where you couldn't wear that one. Definitely gonna be good for that polo match that your friend is calling you go to. All right, number 10, to close it out. I gave it away earlier, dang it, but oh well. I know you all love this one. This one's a hype beast for good reason. Le Male Le Parfum, another beautiful iris, some cardamom in there. Takes that Le Male DNA and just improves it in every single way. This is my favorite in the Jean Paul Gaultier line. Of all of them, it's a really great date night scent. It's a really good evening scent. It's a really good masculine, sexy, alluring type of profile that's gonna definitely garnish some positive attention. I used to say this smells like milk chocolate cotton candy, so that's just what comes to mind when I smell this one. A little bit sugary, sweet, but not cloying, not bubblegummy sweet. Just a beautiful, well done cardamom, iris, evening type of a fragrance for the sophisticated, upscale gentleman in you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know, what is your fragrance that you go to when you want some class in your life, when you want to feel upscale, even if you're like me and you know you're really not. At least you can smell like you are. Have a great day, everybody. I'll catch you on the next one.